Good evening, viewers. Today again we bring you a pretty interesting topic. What we talk about why Bangalore, why North Bangalore practically. So people prefer Bangalore in terms of because of the presence of lot of manufacturing hub known as the Silicon Valley of the Indian region. Majority of it is said growth in intercity connectivity. Metro is coming in the entire Bangalore region. Outstanding residential projects because major developers are coming into the Bangalore market with all their exclusive extravaganza project created educational opportunities in terms of the Bangalore had the best schools, colleges, everything onto it, and it's safe and steady ROI. Now, why we talk Bangalore is a large space. When you talk why we'll have to get into specific area, talk about east, west, north, or south. Now the all action is happening towards Bangalore North. Why? Because multiple tech parks, your metro connectivity, land availability, airport, infrastructure is all present in here. So just to give you an overall idea about the upcoming tech parks in Bangalore North, there are almost multiple of them. This information has been collected by Mr. Suhas, who's one of the regular pattern with us, who gives us all kind of information onto it. So we've got, and this was all into the money control news also onto it. So talk about almost around 18 to 20 tech areas which are coming up specifically in Bangalore North, no other region of Bangalore. So we talk about builders such as Embassy, Shriram, Prestige, Century, L&T, Satwa, Bagmana, international companies such as Capital Land Assets, the homegrown company Divya Shri, Century, Brigade, and major other companies into the government initiative, SEZ zone such as KIDB area, all those present in here. Just to give you overall feel where where these properties are coming onto it, and we are basically into property advisory where we would love to assist you in terms of commercial, residential, talk about villa plots, apartments, row houses, everything within the vicinity. First, we are covering the Hebbal region. Onto the left, you see the Hebbal. Onto the right is the Outer Ring Road. Onto the right, this connects you to Nagwara. The parcel one, what we are talking is basically the extension of the Manaytha Embassy Tech Park, where Embassy is coming up with the space onto it. The parcel two, what you talk about, is basically developed by Heinz. Heinz is basically an international corporation which is getting associated with DNR, a Bangalore-based developer, and building in a tech area. Talk about the sizes, spaces we can connecting, and give you a detailed discussion when you connect on a call. Three, what you see is basically a development by Sriram 1, which is again a standalone office space. Four is basically Prestige property. Prestige, again, this is also a standalone tower, which is bang on the outer ring road. Five is the basic collaboration between Prestige and Century, where they are building an office space in that region. Just to give you an idea what it is, so this is how the Manyata embassy development would look like. On to the second is the Hens and the DNR Corporation. That is almost a 13-acre land parcel, so larger tech area coming in. The Sriram Hebbal one, which is a commercial space. On to the last one is the Prestige waterfront. And now coming further ahead from Hebbal, if you travel towards the airport area, so this stretch is actually called as your Sahakarnagar area, which is the location where you have everything on to it. It's pretty much populated, one of the oldest location towards this part. You have when you talk about number seven is the space where Century is developing a high end retail development along with Godrej onto it. Then talk about six is basically the L&T SEZ space along with in Mall of Asia, which is Phoenix development on the upper level. You even have office spaces. 11 is basically the Century development. Century along with Century, there is development in investment by Capital Land, which is again a Singapore based company who's invested in the commercial space, which is bang again on the airport road. So this is how the entire space would looking. The first one on the left above is basically the L&T. Onto the right, what you see is basically how the development would look in the L&T space. This is the Mall of Asia. The above floors are all office spaces. Onto the right, the corner is the Capital Land's development, how it would come into. And then we move in further from the Sahakarnagar area towards the Yelahanka belt, where we talk about number eight is basically the Bagmane Serene Startup Village, which is almost a 50-acre development. Number 9 is basically Satwa Horizon, where the structure is all up. Probably it should be operational in 6 to 8 months of time. When you talk about number 10, that is the embassy business hub, which has been already leased out to Philips. So you already have a building which is almost getting ready, finished, in the finishing stages. Number 12 is basically North Gate, which is a development of the asset developers commercial onto it. So this is how the entire development. So the first one is basically a larger 50-acre development, which is already into the Baguna official website. On to the upper level right is Satwa's horizon, which is structural work is almost done. Below left is basically the embassy's building, which is already been leased out to Philips is moving into this particular campus. Onto the right side below corner is basically the assets Northgate Phase 2. Talk about number 13 is Purva Business Park, which is coming up on the main road, which is called as a Chikjala, opposite to the Decathlon area. 14 is the Divyasri Tech Park before the airport toll on the right hand side. If you have gone through that area where you see the CRPF campus, adjacent to that, they have a large parcel talking about 100 acres onto it, which everything is coming in that area. 15 is basically Prestige Tech Cloud, where the structural work is almost done. It should be operational in a 6 to 8 months of time. Number 16 is the embassy's largest township development, along with the office spaces onto it. So this is how the entire development, just a glimpse to give you an idea about how these would look. So Divyasri, the Prestige Tech Cloud, as you see, the structural work is almost done. This photo was taken a bit, now it's almost kind of done. The Embassy Knowledge Park is still under the wraps in here, so it's whatever you see is a graphical situations, what you're seeing in here. And then we are talking about coming back again to the corporation limits or the BVMP limits, what we talk it as. Number 17 is the extension of the Bharatiya City Phase 2 SEZ zone. Number 18, again, talk about Bharatiya City is basically a township development which has hospital, school, residential development, a mall, everything with the SEZ zone. Now in the phase two also you'll see some expansions in the SEZ zone. 18 is a commercial development by Divesri, which is basically located on the main road of the Hennur location. Then coming towards the 19 is the Bangalore Aerospace KIDB area, which has a hardware, aerospace park, and a IT park, which has multiple operational. You might have heard about multiple projects, Finsbury, Ananda, El Dorado, all coming in the same vicinity because of that large space of IT spaces present. The aerospace hardware space is currently present there. 20, what you see is basically Devanhalli Business Park area, which is already started. That's an SEZ zone. The companies have started their work onto it. So as you see, this is how the structural elevation, everything is graphically oriented. What we have used in here in the SEZ area, as you see on the left hand below, major almost around 25 companies are already operational into it, majorly into the hardware, aerospace, as the IT space is also coming into it practically. And that's so if you're looking for any kind of assistance, if you're looking for apartments, villas, plots, row villas, duplexes, simplexes, contact us. Review Reality, one of the major marketing partners for major developers in Bangalore. Thank you.